Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Talking About Rock. I'm your host, Rob Edwards in Buffalo, New York. My co-host, Jerry Smitten, is in Nashville also. Jerry, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about you, Robert?
Awesome. So you had some great shows going on out there I saw the other night.
Yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. I went out to cover Flummox yesterday. Unfortunately, they got rained out with the weather. You can't always help that, but I'm hoping to be able to see those guys live again down the road. And then I saw a wonderful Fleetwood Mac cover band in the evening called World Turning, and they were absolutely on point. They just nailed it.
Well, that's great. That's great. So we have an artist with us today. We like to try to bring you folks some of the best rock acts from across the U.S. Today we have with us the bad boys from California. We have Darryl and Seann from Motley Crue. How's it going, guys?
Great.
We're good. How's it going?
For having us.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for being on the show. We so much appreciate it. So maybe Darryl, you could tell us a little bit about the band here and how things came about.
Sure. The band's been around about 10 years now. Started playing local LA shows and just gradually started expanding. Now we play nationally all across the U.S. We just got back from a East Coast tour. We're heading back out there, as you know, next week, and just played last night, Southern California, and are having a good time with it.
Awesome. And from what I saw here, you were 13 and you were playing Looks That Kill, huh? When you started out playing?
Stepped on the stage was in 9th grade. We did a school lip sync with me and a couple buddies, and we actually did Looks That Kill, threw together whatever kind of costume we could have, and just had some fun with it, and got me hooked.
That's excellent. We also have Seann Scott. Seann, so you've been drumming since when you were 7 when you saw Crue, or?
No, I don't remember. I was little and saw Tommy Lee. I was sort of a Kiss fan before that, but when I saw Tommy Lee, I'm like, that's what I want to be when I grow up. And so moved out here with my family to San Diego initially, and then I moved up to LA eventually to be the rock star, and didn't really pan out for the actual original act, but the tribute thing has been really well, and I'm having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, so we were talking about that a little bit. So the tribute thing seems to have grown huge in certain parts of the country, right? Especially with the way ticket prices are, since bands don't put out a product anymore that people purchase. Music streams at this point, and going to a show has got really, really expensive, crazy. So if you can go see your favorite band as a tribute band, it's almost just as good. And a lot of these tribute bands are putting on a great show. You guys are burning up the stages from the videos I've seen posted about you guys.
Yeah,
right.
Having fun with it. It's our outlet. We all have day jobs during the day, so this is fun to get to go play Rockstar on the weekends, get a little taste of how the real guys have it.
Right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Have you got any feedback at all from any of the crew? Or I saw that you did a show with Nikki Sixx on 6th Sense.
Yes, way back when, it's got to be at least 8 years ago, if somewhere around there. And I don't even remember exactly, because we had a manager at the time, and Nikki interviewed her a little bit and told her about the band and all that stuff. So at least he's aware of us.
That's awesome. That's great. That had to really get you pumping, definitely.
Right.
So you guys are playing a lot of the earlier Crue stuff, from Too Fast for Love and Shout at the Devil, and you're also working in some of the other stuff at this point now too, it seems, right?
We do Dr. Feelgood and Before, and when you think of the Crue, most people think of like the Shout the Devil era with the costumes and all. So that's what we try to focus on. That's the music we like by them the best, and I think that's what everybody else wants to hear. Yeah,
I was extremely, extremely lucky to see the Crue on their headlining tour when they did Shout at the Devil, and they opened for Ozzy for Bark the Moon. That was amazing. They were just cranking it up. It was just so cool. But
I think my thought song was Theater Pain Tour. I was just a bit too young to hit Shout the Devil, because my parents hate that type of music, so they did everything they could to keep me out of it, and didn't work.
Yeah. Jerry and I have been around for a little longer. We really don't want to go down that road, but we've seen a lot of acts.
That was kind of
What's
A
that?
tough album to bring home, that's for sure. Shout at the devil.
Right.
I didn't quite know how mom and dad would feel about that, but I had liberal parents, thank God, and they were kind of open to everything, so that was good.
Right on.
So Seann, any you talked about your drum kit and stuff. You have any plans of trying to do any kind of theatrics or anything with your kit or anything if you can?
We've talked about, obviously every time we go somewhere, people are saying do the roller coaster thing and stuff like that, but that's just going to be too hard to manage. I know there's one band in Texas that does it, but they just play locally so they can set it up at the stage, and it takes them all day to do it. So we can't really, there's no way we could put that like and fly it across the coast.
Oh yeah, well something like that would be too hard. I was just wondering if there's any like things that they're thinking about maybe bringing to the shows or anything.
I mean, I do like the personal theatrics like Tommy does, like the stick spinning and, you know, the crowd interaction, stuff like that, standing up on the drums. There's a really good picture of us on Facebook or different sites, I think, that has, you know, me standing up on the drum set, you know, doing the Tommy thing at one of the tribute shows we did back east. I want to say it was like Pennsylvania or something.
Wisconsin was that one. Yeah.
Where was it?
That was the Wisconsin one. Yeah. Those are all on the website. Yeah, those are good pictures. And a lot on the Facebook page as well.
Yeah.
Yep. So it seems it's been kind of a tough time for Motley Crue, unfortunately. I don't know if you guys want to weigh in at all, but we were looking forward to seeing them on obviously the big stadium tour with Def Leppard, and then unfortunately COVID reared its head and put a kink in a lot of people's plans, you know, and I'm sure in the plans for you guys too. I'm sure it stopped a lot of shows, but when we're waiting for the big stadium tour, and then they stopped it. And now with some of the controversy going on with Vince and Motley Crue, there's whisperings of things maybe changing in the lineup for that stadium tour. Maybe you guys got any thoughts you want to add?
Well, whenever we play out, we always get the feedback that we sound better than than Motley Crue, because, you know, Vince doesn't really sing that much anymore, and which is unfortunate because he was a great singer back in the day. But, you know, I'm sure most of us have seen that video recently of his solo project when he was doing Girls, Girls, Girls and just walked off stage, you know. Right. So, you know, every time we play a show, people by the handfuls are coming up to us, man, you guys sound better than Crue. I saw them, you know, last year at fill in the blank stadium here, and you guys sound better than them. You look better than them, because, you know, Vince doesn't look so good anymore either. So I think that people are always saying that we just are doing a better job of it than Crue is currently, which is sad because they were, you know, my favorite band for many, many years. So
yeah, I would have to echo the same sentiments those folks have been talking to you about. Unfortunately, it's never great to see some of your heroes from some earlier 80s struggling, you know, with things. You hope that, you know, he can get things together, you know, through whatever he needs to do, and bring things back in alignment and stay on that stadium tour. Hopefully, you know, I thought they were an amazing act when they first came out. Hopefully they can recapture some of that and start going. You know, a lot of acts are lucky to do that, but some not so lucky. But yes, you guys definitely capture the sound and feel of Motley Crue in your videos. Definitely.
Cool. Thank you. Cool. We try.
Well, Vince just performed here a couple of weeks ago in Nashville.
Who?
Vince performed a couple of weeks ago here in Nashville.
Right.
A big Grand Prix race through the city, and Vince played the opening night on Friday. I didn't get a chance to go out there and check him out, but he is back on stage again performing as a solo artist.
Yeah, yeah, I have seen him performing too. We actually posted one of the videos of him performing on our Facebook page on Talk About Rock. So he's back at it. Let's wish him the best of luck, that, like I said, that he can get things back and going, and hopefully, you know, get Crue back on that stadium tour. Yeah. So just to kind of change gears. Now. I'm sorry?
I think he lives in Nashville now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Leapers Fork, just outside of Nashville.
Right.
I had a chance to meet him at Puckett's in Leapers Fork sometime last year. He got up on stage with Rock United and sang Home Sweet Home.
Okay.
But of course, he wasn't quite ready for the stage yet at that time, and It was a little lackluster, so hopefully he's rehearsed and improved since then.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget the time I was up in Venice Beach and I saw Ozzy. Ozzy, he's got to be like 70 or something, right? He was out there jogging to get ready for the stadium tour. So, that shows his dedication to his profession.
Oh, he's on a regiment to get ready for his shows nowadays. His wife Sharon has him on a regiment that he has to go through, and exercises he does and vocal exercises. He's not in the hotels partying anymore like the old days.
Yeah.
He's keeping in shape to try to, keep going for a little while longer,
That's awesome. I mean, that shows the dedication to your art that you need to have.
Yeah, definitely. I love Ozzy. I've seen him multiple times, and I'm so glad, he's cleaned it up and he's still around. He's still such a major influence for bands. He's given so many bands opportunities, just like Motley Crue and other acts to open for him. I've seen so many great acts, you know what I mean? But I think the pairing with his players and the pairing with his management just have made his longevity what it is,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He's always got really good guitar players, which helps a lot.
Right. Exactly. He knew how to pick the players. Exactly.
Yeah.
But so let's change gears here a little bit and talk. So I was noticing you folks have some endorsements going on with Ernie Ball Strings and BC Rich Guitars. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that came about?
That was, again, going back 6, 7, 8 years. Just sent out, sent out the inquiries for the artist endorsements, and a couple got back to us. So we get to use the strings, and we get some discounts on the guitars and so forth. So, hey, we'll take whatever we can get. We don't have the budget the real band does. So we can take whatever kind of help we can get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That.
Yeah, it's awesome, that they're reaching out to you folks to do that. Ernie Ball Strings, that's been a huge benchmark, I think, for musicians for a long time.
Right. That's what I use, yes.
So, and the BC Rich Guitars, I maybe I'm mistaken, but I think Crew played those quite a few times too, right?
Yeah, they're famous. He's famous for the Warlock, and Mick too. Like you can see in the Looks to Kill video. I love playing the Warlock, so I like the way it looks and the shape of it. So that's always been my favorite.
Awesome.
Sounds like you guys landed the ideal sponsorship there.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so
Those
cool.
instruments aren't cheap, that's for sure.
No, they are not.
Action. So awesome. So you guys are touring all over the place from I watched some of your promo videos and some of your other videos. You have stuff going on even outside the US, I've seen at times, right?
Yeah, we've done a few shows in Canada and down in Mexico and everything before. And then since the beginning of this year, we're hitting 14 states by Halloween this year, because we're making up for last year when we had I think we played maybe 5, 6 shows total due to the COVID. We got a few in before COVID hit. We did Alaska, a couple local Southern California shows. And then I think the only thing we did after that is we did 2 out in Utah, because we played in some big outdoor area where they didn't have the restrictions and so forth. So we're trying to make up for it now.
Awesome. And I think we have another guest joining us here to pop in with us, guys. Looks like Tony's trying to join us here.
All
Let's
right.
admit him to the party and see if we can get Tony online with us.
Excellent. The man, the myth.
It's tough getting on Sunday morning after playing Saturday night.
Yeah, I literally got back at 3. I got back at 3 in the morning from the drive. It was a 3-hour drive from the San Diego area where we played. So
I think we got him. Here's popping in. Hey, good morning, Tony. How's it going? There he is.
Sorry, man. I just woke up, so.
Oh, no worries. You got Rob Edwards here from Buffalo, New York, and my co-host, Jerry Schmidt from Nashville.
Hi, how are you?
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man.
Awesome.
Have you poured your coffee yet?
No, I got my, I'm not a coffee guy. I'm a soda guy, so that caffeine will wake me up eventually.
There you go. So we were just talking with Darryl a little bit. He was talking about some of the touring you guys have done in and out of the U.S. and stuff like that, which sounds amazing. And Tony, we're so glad you could join. We're looking through some of your bios online, and you own your own music school, or can you tell us a little bit about that? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I've been teaching for like, God, almost 30 years now, 28, 29 years. And I have my own brick and mortar for about 7, 8 years. Little music school out here in Southern California. Yeah, it was great, and I'm still teaching, to this day. So, but yeah, I was, teaching kids how to rock, for the most part. So I kind of developed the rock school back in the 90s, and it became pretty successful out here. Ran that for a long time, and again, still doing it. And so there you go. Just teaching kids how to rock, so that's what I do. And besides rocking with these guys and every other band on the planet. So
That's so cool. We think that's so important for the younger kids to learn about music, to learn about, guitar and the different instruments, because it just doesn't seem to be as much of a draw it used to be back in the day when we were all younger.
Right.
Yeah, it seems today just press a button and there's your song, and there's no feel behind the music anymore. So
Right.
passion about it.
Right.
That's one of our goals here with talking about rock, is to create a whole new generation of rock and rollers, basically, and keep this music alive.
Yes,
I was
definitely,
pretty
definitely,
amazed
Derek.
Very important. Yes, we need to do it.
Exactly.
well,
was
us
pretty amazed at
us
the
old
crowd
timers
last
still know
night,
how to
yeah.
rock. So,
Right, right. We can still bring it.
Yeah,
Definitely. I know I've watched your videos. I've watched some of your shows. I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys come out and play out here in Buffalo, New York at the stage. Is there any other dates that you folks want to talk about? Where you're going to be taking folks to the top at other locations?
Darryl, you take that one.
Yeah, after we're playing there on Friday, and then we're leaving from there. We're going to go to Detroit, play the Diesel Concert Lounge, and then play in Lakewood, Ohio on Sunday, which is right outside of Cleveland. I think at about 5 o'clock show.
Excellent.
So do you guys do all the booking yourselves? How do
I
you
do.
find these venues? Or do
I
they
do
find
everything. I
you?
contact promoters. I contact the venues themselves. I do everything, and a lot of work, but I enjoy doing it, so it's worth it.
Excellent. So, Jerry, if you want to get them out there in Nashville, why don't you talk to Darryl and see what you can bring the
Absolutely.
Motley 2 out to you.
They
Yes.
would love you out here. They would love you.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you have any venues, look us up. Just tell them to contact us or give me their info, and I'll be on it. Love to get out there.
Yeah, Jerry and I
That'd
try
be
to
cool.
talk to the different venue owners and the places where there's not a lot going on here in Buffalo, New York, but as you know, Nashville, I don't know if you want to talk about it in a minute, Jerry, Nashville's got a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you should give Darryl Richard Slobin's information that I gave you there, Robert, for the Basement East. They're always doing a lot of great stuff, a lot of tributes out there. And that's definitely one of Nashville's premier rock venues out there in East Nashville. And then there's always Bowie's on 3rd Avenue downtown, always putting on some great rock shows. And 3rd and Lindsley and the Mercy Lounge as well, I would say, are the top 4 here in Nashville. So
Perfect.
a shout out to all those great clubs here.
Call us. Those
Excellent.
great clubs.
Excellent.
Give me their contact info. I'll get a hold of them.
That sounds awesome. That's awesome. Well, we so appreciate you guys taking the time and keeping the rock alive out there. If folks want to get more information about you, is there anywhere else they can go and check that out?
Either the website, which is motley2tribute.com. It's Motley and the number 2, or the Facebook page, which is also Motley 2 Tribute.
Excellent. All
The
right,
one
great.
thing that we've asked some of the KISS cover bands that we've talked to is if you guys make your own costumes, and how do you get your inspiration for your costumes?
We get
We
it
use
wherever we
the-
can. Go
We
ahead.
use the costumes that they used at Shout at the Devil. We have a guy who does the costumes for us. His name's
Yep.
Eric, and he is like super retentive about getting like everything to look exactly like, they
Yep.
looked at the Shout at the Devil era, like in the videos and stuff. So he'll sit there and watch the videos for hours and say, oh man, this strap needs to be moved over here. And so when we're getting ready, he's like, oh, this is not right. And he's like adjusting stuff. So him and his girl Regina do an amazing job doing the costumes for us.
Yeah, he tells me Nikki had the triangular studs on his, while Vince had the circular ones and this and that. I mean, he was really good at doing the costumes. And then we just get other stuff where we could find it. We get the boots usually online. I even found one of the shirts I wear in the old ladies section of the Goodwill. So you never know where you're going to find some of this stuff. I'm not joking either. Yeah.
Well,
That's
whatever
excellent.
it takes to save some money, you know, if you can find it inexpensively, why not use it?
Right.
So what's your favorite Crue song to perform?
Oh man.
Mine would probably be Livewire or Looks to Kill, but they're all fun to play. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to say Livewire, Red Hot, Primal Scream. Yeah, and plus Too Young to Fall in Love. There's just so many.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Devil.
It's always fun with the crowd. Yeah.
What's that?
Anything with a guitar solo in it.
You
Pretty much
say
all of them.
Just about everything.
guitar solo.
Yes.
Well, you guys will have to come down here and meet Vince Neil and Mick Mars. They both live here in Nashville.
Okay.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet if we could get down there and they could like somehow come up on stage with us. That'd be awesome.
I'm sure they would get a kick out of it for sure.
Well, maybe if you bought them a shot, they probably come up on stage. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Vince for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll get them some Fireball. That's the band drink of choice.
Awesome. Well, guys, it's been great talking to you on the show. We really appreciate it. We know it's a little bit early where you are, but thank you so much for taking the time and everybody popping in.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Certainly. And if you folks out there want to hear more about us or you have questions, please email us at talkingaboutrock@gmail.com. Please like us on Facebook and please subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. And if you'd like to see videos from these folks, you can also check out our YouTube channel playlists and you'll see videos from Motley Crue, their promo video, and all the other guests that we've had on Talking About Rock.
And you guys will be at the stage on Friday night in Buffalo, New York, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're looking forward to it.
Is that where we're going next?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's all
I think you guys are scheduled to come out and see us here in Buffalo, and we look forward to that show. Definitely, I'll be popping in and saying hello.
Excellent.
man.
Come up
Cool.
and say hello. Definitely.
And give our best to Jeff. I hope things go all right with Jeff, and
Yes,
hopefully he'll make it to the show next weekend.
he'll be there.
They'll be there.
Awesome. Well, all right, guys, thank you so much again, and have a great
Thank
day.
you.
We'll see you.
Awesome. Thank you,
We'll
man.
see you shouting at the devil coming up this Friday in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you,
See you
guys.
soon, guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good day. All
Good
right. Take
talking
care.
with you.